The Pirate Cruncher by Johnny Duddle. My dear fellow pirate, do you want to be rich, to get treasure beyond your wildest dreams, to find nuggets of gold as big as ship's beams, and diamonds and rubies the size of your eyes? Just follow this map. Please see reverse to claim your prize. From a friend. Conditions apply. All was unusually quiet in Port Royal. But if you listened carefully on the docks, down the alleyways and in the candlelit taverns, you could hear the faint sound of a fiddle floating on the wind. Outside the Thirsty Parrot Inn, an old fiddler appeared. As he fiddled, he sang a song. I was sailing one day, and what did I see? An island of gold in the scurvy sea. With a fiddle-dee-dee, there'll be treasure for me. Fiddle-dee-dee across the sea. His shanty caught the ear of the dastardly Captain Purplebeard, who bellowed out the window, "Treasure, you say? Can you show us the way?" "I'm quite fond of treasure." "Me too!" "And us, we want some." "Personally, I think treasure causes nothing but trouble." "I like the way it twinkles." To the captain's delight, the fiddler replied, "As I sailed the seas, I scribbled a map, so that when I got home I could find my way back. Ye cannot imagine the booty that's there, a huge haul of treasure beyond compare." "Ha ha! I can imagine a shipload of treasure," roared Captain Purplebeard. "Diamonds and rubies and gold beyond measure." "Yeah, I can imagine bags and bags. I'd rather have a bag of peanuts. I'd like some new gold teeth. I'd like to fill me boots with lots of loot. I want more treasure than I can eat." "You eat treasure?" Only the small pieces." The fiddler unfurled his map and sang, "I'll show you my map if you'll take me there. There'll be treasure enough for us all to share." The captain smiled and shouted, "By thunder, that sounds just like our sort of plunder, or my name ain't Pirate Purplebeard of Pindow. Finish your grog, lads. We'll set sail right now. Hooray!" The sun was coming up as Captain Purplebeard and his cutthroat crew boarded their ship, the Black Hole. Behind them came the old fiddler, still dancing and singing. "To find this island you'll have to be quick, for they say it performs a vanishing trick, and none who've tried to set foot on its sands have ever returned to pirate lands." But the captain just sneered. "What nonsense, I say! All aboard, me hearties! Ooh! Ah! Hooray!" So off they sailed across the sea, and as they sat down to breakfast, the old fiddler began again. "There's one small thing I forgot yesterday. There's also a monster, so they say, that likes to eat pirates who come for the treasure and chew up their ships just for good measure." "A pirate cruncher!" laughed the captain with glee. "Be it made up or monstrous, it's no match for me. I'm Captain Purplebeard, scourge of the sea." And the fiddler said, "Oh yes, I agree, it doesn't scare me, no siree. Though no bones about it, it's a big old beast. that likes nothing more than a pirate feast. It can swallow whole ships in its whirlpool jaws, though they say it's allergic to scarlet macaws. There are rubies and diamonds the size of balloons, silver and guinea and golden doubloons, but grab it all quick or it'll have your entrails. Now fiddle-dee-dee, let's trim those sails. But no one moved on the deck below. The crew looked around in fear and dread, a monstrous vision in each pirate's head.
Actually, I've never been that fond of treasure.
Yeah, I'm not sure I can stay. I forgot it's Parrots Point picnic today. Let's give the ship a cleaning instead. If we don't go home, we'll all end up dead. Go home, roared Captain Purplebeard. Any cowardly landlubbers will be tossed in the sea. The only one you should be scared of is me. So with visions of monsters in every head, the motley old crew trudged off to bed. Most had nightmares and terrible dreams, and the hold was full of pirate screams. But on deck the captain just chortled with pleasure, for his head was stuffed full of dreams about treasure. Gold or silver, I don't care which, just as long as it makes me filthy rich. The next morning the crew couldn't be sure, but the day before it seemed that they had numbered one more. And the fiddler told them, if you're too scared you can turn back to port while you're still healthy, safe for scurvy and warts. It would be safer by far to return to the shore. And as for the treasure, do you really need more? Shiver me timbers, Captain Purplebeard laughed. You should know by now that never, ever can any pirate have enough treasure. And if there's a beast, it better beware. I can smell that gold. We're almost there. Just then, from up in the crow's nest, there came a call. Land ahoy! Hooray! Yelled the pirates, forgetting their fear, now that the promise of treasure was near. We're going to be rich, rich, rich! As they clambered ashore, no one saw a thing wrong, too busy to heed the fiddler's last song. Off you go, boys, but I think I'll stay here. I doubt what you find will bring you good cheer, for a pile of old metal you don't really need has brought on a dangerous case of greed. And being greedy, you know, is wrong, which brings me at last to the end of my song. It's ours now, all of it! More treasure for me! Captain? Open at your peril. Crunch! I was swimming one day, and what did I see? A pirate-packed boat in the scurvy sea. With a fiddle-dee-dee, there'll be dinner for me. Fiddle-dee-dee across the burp. The end.